Ever wondered what moths are munching on when you're not looking? You might picture them feasting on your favorite sweater, but the truth is way more fascinating and diverse. Let's dive into the secret dining habits of moths, both in the wild and in our homes. First, let's clear something up. That big, beautiful Luna moth or the hawk moth hovering like a hummingbird, they're not interested in your closet. In nature, most adult moths are actually vital pollinators, just like bees and butterflies. But they work the night shift. They have a long straw-like tongue called a proboscis, perfectly designed for sipping nectar from night-blooming flowers like jasmine, honeysuckle, and moon. By transferring pollen from one flower to another, they play a crucial role in plant reproduction. So, not all moths are pests. Many are secret pollinators of the night. Besides nectar, wild moths have a surprisingly varied palate. They're often attracted to the sweet juices of rotting fruit, which provides them with essential sugars for energy. Some are even drawn to tree sap, and believe it or not, others get their necessary minerals by drinking from mud puddles or even animal tears. It's a wild world out there, and these creatures have adapted to find nutrients in the most unexpected places. But what about their life before they get their wings? As caterpillars, their diet is completely different. This is their main growth stage, and they are eating machines. Most moth caterpillars are herbivores, munching on the leaves of specific host plants. For example, the caterpillar of the majestic Polyphemus moth loves oak and maple leaves. This is why having native plants in your garden is so important. It provides food for the next generation of these beautiful night flowers. Now, let's talk about the moths you might find inside your house. These are a completely different story. Meet the clothes moth and the pantry moth. Unlike their nectar-sipping cousins, the adult versions of these moths don't even have functional mouthparts. Their sole purpose is to reproduce. It's their larvae, the tiny caterpillars, that cause all the damage. The larvae of the clothes moth have a very particular appetite. They eat keratin. This is a protein found in natural fibers like wool, silk, fur, and even the dust bunnies, made of human hair and pet fur that collect in corners. They're not eating your cotton t-shirts. They're after that expensive wool coat or silk scarf. They're nature's recyclers, breaking down materials that other creatures can't digest. Unfortunately, in our homes, their recycling efforts are aimed at our wardrobe. Then there's the pantry moth, also known as the Indian meal moth. Their larvae have a taste for stored dry goods. They're not picky. They'll happily feast on grains, flour, cereal, pasta, nuts, and even spices. If you've ever found strange webbing in your bag of flour, you've met a pantry moth family. These moths thrive in our kitchens because we've created the perfect all-you-can-eat buffet for them. So, why the huge difference? It all comes down to evolution and environment. Wild moths have evolved over millions of years to fit into complex ecosystems, playing roles as pollinators and a food source for other animals. House moths, on the other hand, have adapted to live alongside humans, taking advantage of the resources we unknowingly provide. In the end, the world of moths is much more than just a pest in the closet. From the delicate pollinator sipping from a flower under the moonlight to the tiny larva recycling natural fibers, each has its own unique place and purpose. It's a great reminder that the natural world is full of surprises, even in the most unexpected corners of our own homes. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the moth menu. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing nature facts, and share what you've learned in the comments below. See you next time.